Right, this is a tutorial for anybody who has the same problem I've just had, which is having a Phaser 7300 where the fuser, which sits in this gap here, I don't know if you can see it in this light, the paper got stuck in the fuser at the end of its little cycle, and concertina's right in the middle of the rollers, right inside the actual fuser itself. Tried the old trick of pulling it out and it didn't work, so I took the fuser out, and here we have the fuser unit. There you go. Alright. Alright. Right, sorry, that was my wife going to the shop for some beer. Right, so here we have a fuser unit. All I did really was take the screws out of here, 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 and there at the top, and it just pulls out quite easily. Put that to the side, and then we're left with something that looks like this. What I did next was take the bottom of the unit off, and here is the bottom of the unit, and there's just a screw there and a screw there, and it quite easily came off the bottom of the unit. So what I did, if you can imagine, in this gap here, there, I can feel the actual roller, and before you can see it as it was now, there was paper jammed in there. So what I've done, I thought, how am I going to get it out? Well, if you look to the left of the unit here, you see a little brown kind of cog. I kind of turned that, and that turned the roller in here. But obviously it was that jammed inside there, the paper, it wouldn't come out. So what I ended up doing was trying to free up this metal casing enough just to be able to get the paper out. Now at the minute it's very tight against this metal bar, so it wouldn't do it. So what I ended up doing is undoing these screws here. You see there's one there, and one there, and that takes this whole black piece of plastic out of its casing, and it allows you to lift it just enough to be able to move this piece here up, which allows you to get your fingers in here to get the paper out. But there's one trick which you've got to bear in mind. When you undo all the screws, this little fella in the middle here, see if I can focus it better, it's better. When you take these screws out here, underneath these screws are some bolts, and those bolts slide in to the casing underneath it, and then you screw the bolts screw onto the nut that are under here. And if you're not careful when you unscrew the unit, these little nuts fall out onto the table or on the floor. So what I'm saying is, take care when you take this screw and this screw out. Underneath these screws, in the plastic black casing, are two nuts, and that's what you've got to be careful of, is to not they don't fall out onto the table. I managed to get them back in, but to do that you've got to take these wires here, turn it around, and these wires come down here, you see, all the way up to the top. Turn it around, and they come down here, down here, down here, to this point here. All I'm saying is you don't have to undo anything here, but all you have to do is just prise them out of these little spaces, just to allow the slackness of the wire to be able to lift this unit up, and then you get your paper out from here. Might help somebody, but I found the hard way, but I'm just sharing it in case it's useful to anybody else. So good luck. Oh, as a footnote to my video, you need to take this screw out here as well, and this kind of has a little device that seems to hug the roller, but if you don't take the screw out you can't lift this whole piece of silver.